Kickstarting the bulletin with some big breaking news coming in now. The political war over Kiren Rijiju's UPA Lashkar nexus claim has intensified. The MOS home Kiren Rijiju has hit back at the Congress and has refused to apologize. Rijiju says that those who helped terror groups must be the ones who apologize. Let's go across to Jugal Rohith joining us on the phone lines with more details. So on this, it's only getting dirtier by the hour, isn't it, Jugal? Now Kiren Rijiju lashing out to the Congress saying there's no way he's going to apologize.
Oh, absolutely, but it hardly comes as a surprise because if you see his move, his statement, what he has said, the content of it, none of it is unintentional or by accident. This is a very carefully planned and deliberated stand that he's taken, and that is how it should be, being the MOS home and in charge of internal security. So there is no way that he's obviously going to go back on his words, which are obviously very, very grave. But the real question is that will the minister and the government back up their words with some real action or a legal initiation of any kind, or will it simply remain political bickering and fighting?
Right.
Because if that is so, then obviously that is going to be the unfortunate part, because many in the national security establishment have been excited at just what he has said and are actually eagerly awaiting the NDA government's further moves, in fact, on this issue.
Right, Jugal, stay on with us. Also joining us over the phone lines now is our senior editor, Gaurav Sawant. Gaurav, you spoke to Kiren Rijiju yesterday and very clearly he was very firm on what he had to say. He was very clear on what he had to say with regards to the UPA and Lashkar nexus. It's an explosive claim to say the least, but by his reaction now, he sticks by it.
Not only is he sticking by it, he's saying that, there is no question of an apology. Those whose acts benefited terror groups or those who speak out on facts before the nation, who should apologize is the question he's asking. And, the Ministry of Home Affairs at this point of time, the young minister is talking about not one, not two, but 4 instances. Ishrat Jahan, being the most politicized or the most talked about one. He's also talking about the Batla House encounter in Delhi, where the then Home Minister Shivraj Patil said it was a genuine encounter. But even this week, earlier this week, Congress General Secretary Digvijay Singh continues to say it was a fake encounter. So he's saying, why is the Congress running with the hare and hunting with hounds on this? They need to come clean. He's also talking about the Samjhauta blast and the Malegaon blast. And in that interview to me, he gave instances of how the course of investigation was changed to suit Makoka and to put Makoka on some of the accused in the Malegaon blast case.
Right,
so
right.
no,
Gaurav, my apologies for cutting you short there, but we're also joined in by Sanjay Jha of the Congress. Mr. Jha, Kiren Rijiju has hit back at your party. He's made it very clear that he's not going to apologize for his remarks. In fact, states that possibly your party should be apologizing to the people.
Well, somebody should, through your channel, I would like to convey to Mr. Kiren Rijiju that there is a trial which is meant to be on in the Ishrat Jahan case. Can we ask him to kindly expedite it? Number 2, it's time that he understood that he's a member of the government, not playing some cheap politics. And, I thought Mr. Chidambaram gave him a very appropriate response today. I mean, the accusations that he's making are absolutely preposterous and absurd. And I think it just lowers the political standards in our country when a Minister of State for Home, plays to the gallery. They are making such, pathetic, points on a matter which concerns India's national security. As far as the issues of Samjhauta, etc. is concerned, Mr. Rijiju should go into the history books to know that there is a gentleman called Swami Asimanand who actually said that the RSS was directly involved in these blasts and was masterminding many of these attacks. All of these require closure. He's a minister in the government. He's part of the Minister of Home. It is his job to expedite a trial, have a fair and dispassionate investigation, and come to closure. He should stop giving TV interviews to score some, points for his party, which has performed so miserably over the last 2 years that I think he's been given a mandate to just run down the opposition party. The people of India are smart, they're perceptive, and they can...
Mr. Jha, would you concede that politics with national security is extremely disheartening and extremely unfortunate? Is there merit when Kiren Rijiju as Minister of State for Home says that within the Congress you have Digvijay Singh who says Batla House was a fake encounter and Shivraj Patil who says it was a genuine encounter? That also leads to confusion. Mr. Jha.
Gaurav, it's simple actually. You have Mr. Chidambaram, he was the Home Minister. You have Mr. Shivraj Patil, he was also a former Home Minister. The point is, you have the National Human Rights Commission. You have the High Court board that has put a closure on the Patiala House encounter. Now, you and I are also aware that there were certain people from civil society. There are still many people who believe it wasn't. Now, everybody is entitled to have their own opinion. But as far as the party is concerned, we have made a very official statement long time ago and repeated it on multiple occasions. I think Mr. Rijiju's attempt to try and, somewhere down the line, pick on a statement made and then try and say that the Congress party was playing politics, well, let me tell you, it's extremely pathetic. And the fact that he's doing it when he's in charge of a lot of these investigations requiring closure tells you that, the BJP is obviously a party that will reach to the lowest bottom of the barrel to score cheap political points. It's unfortunate and it's shameful.
All right, Mr. Jha, thanks for speaking to India Today. Thanks to Gaurav Sawant as well as Jugal Purohit for joining us on the broadcast.